This is Gavarok5 welcoming you to Let's Play Spyro the Dragon. Sorry, just gotta fix something. My cords are getting all tangled. There we go. Ugh, horrible start. Right, well, I'm still having sound problems, i.e. I'm too loud, my voice, for the game's music. So the microphone's a little bit further away, so hopefully that won't bother us at all. And yes, I do realise I'm running around like an idiot. No, I don't care. It's just what I do when I'm bored. But yes, we've got everything in the home world and sunny flight, and we've completed 3% of the game. Hurrah! Which means we move on to our first little stage, Stone Hill. No, I'm not controlling him. He just flies like that in the loading screen. Stone Hill is a pretty bland level. It's just plains and that. So we'll do what we can. Now I can't remember whether getting all the dragons automatically sends you home. I think it does. So we'll test it out here. Those are rams, pretty basic enemies. Somewhat annoying. And this is also the location of the first egg thief. Now, as well as dragons and gems, in the first 3 of the 6 game worlds, you'll also find the occasional egg thieves who, who are people, obviously, who have stolen dragon eggs. They are only slightly slower than you, so your job is to catch them and get the eggs back. I think there's I don't know, about 10 or 15 or so in the whole place, and Stone Hill has the first of them. They won't show up yet, but they'll be on the inventory screen soon enough, once I catch the first one. But yeah, technically, I think there's a dragon later on who tells you about them, but we haven't found him yet, so I'll have to find the egg thief for myself. But yeah, again, there's 3 places to go, or so it may seem. And I think I've gotten all the gems in this little pocket of land. Whee! Now you need a key to get into that box, which we'll find eventually. At the moment, I'm just trying to get the other stuff in here. I'm going to save that dragon till last, in case they do send you home by getting all the dragons. I think it does. I think I remember that, but it might not. Rather than simply going to the return home portal at the end of each level, if you get all the dragons, I think it automatically whips you off back to the home world. So I'm going to leave that for now, and we're going to head in here, because I'll be getting that chest later. So that's when I'll get the last dragon. There's 200 gems in this place, so we've already gotten a quarter. So those metal chests, those are the ones that you have to charge, as you just saw. Whereas these ones can be flamed. Because obviously, fire does not do anything to metal. What is that behind us? Damn camera. No, it's just all light. Don't actually have to charge the dragons, you have to walk into them, but I like charging.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Nice save there, mate. It's just very nice save. No, I'll go into the big one. This place now. I believe there's a ram in here, and I'm sure I'll find him soon. Hello, hello. Goodbye, goodbye. Woohoo, it's a life box. Yeehaw. Yep, this is the return home portal. Just don't touch it and you'll be fine.
After you freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya.
I'm glad he said no. Something tells me that story wouldn't have an ending for at least another couple thousand years. There we go. This is a secret area. Well, not so much secret area as it is an area that you can find so long as you look a little bit. into where you are. Walking into that water means death, unless you get out of it quickly enough, in which case it just means losing life. But I don't want to lose any lives, so I'm not going to go in there. And there is the key for the chest, which we saw earlier. There's no more than one locked box per level, and they're only in some of the levels. You'll never find two of them, so the keys can only be used in the level you find it. Basically, if you find a key before a locked box, then you know that you're going to find a locked box. If you find a locked box before you find a key, then you know you have to find a bloody key, don't you? The reason I use the word bloody there is because sometimes those key hunts are god-awful. The only reason I'm not looking to guides for gem locations here is because I know exactly where they are. Since it's the beginning of the game, basically. They probably could have been dealt with more easily by charging, by flaming, but I don't really care that much because they're easy and there's heaps of butterflies. Also, an interesting thing, if you jump like that, press the jump button and press the charge button at the same time, you do this sort of leaping thing. I always love this. It's my favourite Spyro move. It means absolutely nothing. It's just sort of like jump charge. Hopping. But it always looks cool. And I love it. Don't know why. Don't ask me why. Just, it's interesting. And of course, that's the whole level? What? How can it be? We've still got heaps of gems, almost 50, and not to mention 2 dragons, even though one of them I've already found. So where on earth is the oh, there's a big hole in that thing. And oh, look at that, there's gems up on the wall. Maybe we have to go up there, do you reckon? And what about this egg thief I promised you? Why the hell are we running around this area like an idiot? Well, the main reason is because I want to make sure I haven't missed any bloody gems. Which I have. Other than gems and lives, there's nothing really you can get in the chests in this game. Nothing interesting, at least. Just the gems and the lives. Gem collection is really a staple of Spyro. I don't think there's a single one in any of them except those new, crappier action-adventure-y Spyro games that, come on, that have you not collecting gems. Well, they might, I just don't know.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the X button at the top of a jump, and try pressing the triangle button to drop down in mid-flight.
So if you press X at if you press the glide button at the very top of your jump, for example, yeah, the very top of that, the glide starts for longer, because the glide starts from when you press X again. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So if you're only halfway through your jump, your glide starts at half height, and it will only go for half as long. If you do it at the very top, obviously, it'll start from the very top. Will you bugger off? Thank you. Here we go. And if you press triangle in the middle of a glide, which I forgot to do just then, you will drop. Ah, shoot! This is what we call an oopsie, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, an oopsie. We don't like them very much. As a matter of fact, I think I'll save my state here in case it happens again. Notice I'm not doing the stupid idea of ooh, see the blue guy in the distance? That is the egg thief. I'm not going to approach him yet because I don't think I've got enough time in this video, and I don't want to have to pause halfway through because I'm pathetic and have laziness. Therefore, I'd like to finish the egg thief in one video, which won't be this one. Now, if you're wondering as to why this place seems to stretch on forever, I'll show you exactly why it doesn't. Oh! Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. You can't get between these markers. The game offers absolutely no reason as to why they exist. So, I mean, it's obvious they're there to stop you from going out of the level, but in game context, they just seem to be there. But yes, the rest of the gems are up in this sort of upper level, and I tell you, it took me more than a year to figure out how to get the last gems in Stonehill. I used to think the game was bugged. Of course, I was 5 years old at the time, so that might explain it. Oh, here we go, end of video. Fare thee well, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it.